Hello my dear students, I am Dr. Mani Vashne, Associate Professor in KIT Group of Institution. Today I will teach you Module 1 Relativistic Mechanics. I will discuss with you Introduction, Frame of Reference, Inertial Frame and Non-Inertial Frame of Reference. Theory of relativity was developed by Albert Einstein in 1905. Before the development of theory of relativity, entire physics was based on the classical physics. Classical physics developed on the basis of Newton's law of motion. You all are aware of the Newton's law of motion. Newton's law, we know that we have three Newton's law of motion. One is law of inertia, second is F is equal to ma, and third is action and reaction law. So classical physics completely developed on the basis of Newton's law of motion. According to classical physics, all physical fundamental quantities are absolute or invariant, like mass, length and time. Now question arises, what is the meaning of absolute? If there is no change in value with the motion of the observer or system, then it is known as absolute or invariant. In layman language, absolute means constant in any situation. So in classical physics, all physical fundamental quantities are invariant, like mass, length and time. For example, if you are measure the length of meter stick, that is 1 meter, at one place with respect to you, if length of this meter stick is also observed by another person, then it will remain same. That means there is no change in length of meter stick. So length of meter stick is absolute or invariant. So in classical physics, length, mass and time all are absolute or invariant. They did not change with the observer or frame of reference. According to classical physics, speed of light is not constant, it is variable. It depends on the motion of the observer or frame of reference or motion of the system. For example, if light is coming towards you, it has different velocity than light going away from you. So in both the cases, light have different velocity according to classical physics. But in 1864, Maxwell developed electromagnetic theory. According to Maxwell, speed of light is constant. It does not depend on the motion of the system or observer. The value of speed of light is approximately 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second according to Maxwell. These two important theory of physics are in contradiction with each other. This contradiction was firstly pointed out by Einstein, and he gave a new theory which is known as theory of relativity. Theory of relativity. According to theory of relativity, everything in the universe is relative and nothing is absolute. That means in theory of relativity, all physical fundamental quantity like mass, length and time all are relative. They depends on the motion of the system and motion of the observer. Again, I am taking one example. If we are measuring the mass of an object in one with respect to one observer, then it will change with respect to another observer according to theory of relativity. That means mass is not constant or absolute. So in theory of relativity, everything is relative, all physical fundamental quantities are relative, nothing is absolute. Theory of relativity have great importance in physics because number of experimental facts did not explained on the basis of classical physics. So theory of relativity helps explain many subjects like motion of the planets, the effect of gravity on light, existence of black holes. Even theory of relativity developed new experimental facts. For example, nowadays we are using GPS in our mobile. It is completely based on the theory of relativity. Theory of relativity is studied in two parts: special theory of relativity and general theory of relativity. Special theory of relativity deals with the object or body which are at rest or moving with the constant velocity, while general theory of relativity deals with the object or body which are accelerated. So here in this chapter we will discuss only special theory of relativity. We are not talking about general theory of relativity. Now I want to compare classical mechanics with the relativistic mechanics. This is the small comparison between classical physics and relativistic mechanics because both are most important aspects of physics. So in classical mechanics, space time is absolute, but in classical physics but in relativistic mechanics, space time is relative. Classical mechanics is applicable up to a low velocity, while theory of relativity or relativistic mechanics applicable at high velocity. Here the meaning of high velocity is V is comparable to C. In classical mechanics, there is no need of frame of reference, or we can say here there is no necessary condition to describe frame of reference, because in classical mechanics all physical fundamental quantities are absolute or invariant. But in relativistic mechanics everything is relative, so we required frame of reference. We have to define what is frame of reference. So if we want to understand theory of relativity, we should know what is frame of reference. So what is frame of reference? To observe or specify the position of an object or an event in space, we require a coordinate system which is known as frame of reference, or in layman language, a coordinate system is known as frame of reference. The simplest example of frame of reference is Cartesian coordinate system. In this diagram, we have Cartesian coordinate system in which we have three mutually perpendicular axes. One is x-axis, second is y-axis, and third is z-axis. Observer is at position O. This observer is observing an event at point P, and according to this observer, coordinates of event P are x, y, z. But according to theory of relativity, if we want to describe an event completely, we require one more coordinate, that is time, because in theory of relativity nothing is absolute, so position is also not absolute, it is relative and it will change time to time. So if we want to describe completely this event at position P, we introduce one more coordinate, that is time coordinate. So this coordinate system is known as space time coordinate system, and the coordinates are x, y, z, t. The simplest example of frame of reference is that place at which you are sitting. Like at this moment you are sitting in a room, then that room is also a frame of reference for you, because in your frame of reference you are watching this video. So this is the simplest example of frame of reference. Okay, now frame of reference are divided into two categories. One is inertial frame of reference and second is non-inertial frame of reference. Inertial frame of reference is also known as unaccelerated frame of reference, because acceleration of inertial frame of reference is always 0. An inertial frame of reference is one in which Newton's first law of motion holds. So acceleration in this frame of reference is 0. If a body is not acted upon by an external force, it remains unaccelerated in inertial frame of reference. So all the frame of reference which are at rest or moving with the constant velocity are known as inertial frame of reference. If a frame of reference is moving with constant velocity with respect to an inertial frame of reference, it is also known as inertial frame of reference. Example, if a ball roll, it remains in this state of motion until external force is not imposed. So ball is in inertial frame. Okay, for us earth is also inertial frame of reference. For example, again I repeat the same example, you are sitting in a room, so that room is stationary. For you that room is stationary, so that room does not impose any kind of acceleration on you, so for you that room is inertial frame of reference. Second is non-inertial frame of reference. A non-inertial frame of reference in which Newton's first law of motion does not hold. In non-inertial frame of reference, acceleration is non-zero. In this frame, a body not acted upon by an external force is accelerated in this frame. Okay, example of non-inertial frame of reference is rotating merry-go-round. You all are aware of what is rotating merry-go-round. You all aware of this, what is rotating merry-go-round. So in rotating merry-go-round, this is rotating about its axis in circular motion, so it has centripetal force, so it also has acceleration. So if we put an object on rotating merry-go-round, then that object also feels same acceleration as of rotating merry-go-round. So rotating merry-go-round is the example of non-inertial frame of reference. One more example I will discuss with you. Nowadays we all are using lift. Lift is feeling a gravitational force in downward direction. So if we are inside the lift, due to this gravitational force, lift is accelerated and we also feel this acceleration if suddenly lift stops. So lift is An example, lift is also a example of non-inertial frame of reference. So this is the two different type of frame of reference, one is inertial and second non-inertial. I just want to summarize this inertial and non-inertial frame of reference by comparing these two frame of reference. Inertial frame of reference are those in which Newton's first law of motion holds. Non-inertial frame of reference in which Newton's first law of motion does not hold. Inertial frame of reference has zero acceleration, while non-inertial frame of reference has non-zero acceleration. In inertial frame of reference, a body not acted upon by an external force is unaccelerated, while in non-inertial frame of reference, that body is accelerated. So this is the small comparison between frame of reference. In general, we are considering inertial frame of reference because it is quite easy to observe or calculate any fundamental quantity in inertial frame of reference, because this frame of reference does not impose any kind of acceleration on the object. If we are considering non-inertial frame of reference, that frame of reference already have one acceleration, and in this frame of reference objects also feel number of mechanical forces. So if we are going for the calculation, we have to consider the effect of all these mechanical forces, which is quite complicated. So in general, we are not considering non-inertial frame of reference, we are only talking about inertial frame of reference. So this is all about inertial and non-inertial frame of reference. So today I was discuss with you introduction of theory of relativity, frame of reference, inertial and non-inertial frame of reference. In my upcoming videos, I will discuss with you Galilean transformation equation, concept of ether, Michelson-Morley experiment. So keep in touch, stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Have a nice day.